I still have to combine like terms first. I'm just going to do it a different way. In this case, I want to pick out my largest variable. Have any of you ever heard of seniority, like in a company? What does seniority mean?
Higher rank.
You get a higher rank, okay? Because either you've been there longer, you might have more degrees than somebody else, or you're just bigger now. In this case, I'm looking for the variable that has seniority. Which one of those variables has seniority? 9a, because it is the largest variable. My largest variable always has seniority and it never moves. Everything else has to happen except to the 9a. So if I'm trying to combine the 9a and 4a, then what do I have to do to the 4a on this side to get rid of it? I have to subtract 4a. So I am going to subtract 4a from both sides. Is that legal?
Yeah.
Did I do anything wrong?
No.
Great. What is left on the left-hand side? 15 equals what?
5a minus 5.
5a minus 5.
Oh.
Everybody with me?
Oh, now it's just a regular.
We're good? Now it's just a regular two-step equation. So what do I have to do now?
Add 5 on both sides.
Add 5 on both sides. And what do I get? 20 equals 5a. And now I'm down to a one-step equation. So Grant, what do I do next? Divide by 5 on both sides. Thank you for saying on both sides or each side. And what is left?
A equals 4.
4 equals a. Or a equals 4. Did I do anything different today than what I've been doing? No. I'm just subtracting or adding things to each side based on the negative. What do I always have to do first? Combine the like terms. What is my senior variable? 8b. So what am I going to do first?
Subtract 3b.
Subtract 3b on both sides. Yes. There's also another thing that I could do first. So don't go to subtracting 3b first yet. Okay? What is the constant that is with 8b? What is the constant that is with 8b? The 2. The 2 is the constant because it doesn't have a variable. The 2 is the constant with 8b, so I can go ahead and get rid of the 2 first if I want to. By doing what? Subtracting 2 on both sides. So we're going to do that first this time to let you know I could start either way. Doesn't matter. Subtract 2 on both sides. So what do I have remaining on the left-hand side? Alina?
3b plus 5.
Great. 3b plus 5 equals what, Gracie?
8b.
Absolutely. What's the next thing, Branson?
You have to subtract 5. Oh wait, no, you have to subtract 3b.
Exactly. I'm going to subtract 3b
Oh, on both sides.
on both sides. Thank you. So, David, what do I have left on the left?
On left, you have 5 equals 8b.
5 equals
5b.
5b. So, other David, what do I do?
You divide 5b by 5, and it gives you 1b. And then divide 5 by 5, and you get 1.
1 equals b. What do I have to do first? Combine like terms. Can I do that yet? So what's the preamble to this? I've got to use the distributive property. Jared, what am I going to do?
You combine 6 and D. D6.
Well, what about what's over here? Bring it down. Go ahead, Jared.
And then you combine 6 and D. Make it D. And then you multiply 6 by 3, and it'd be plus 8.
Great. Now, we're back to combine like terms. Katie, what do I do next?
Subtract 18.
Subtract 18. Why did you choose to subtract 18? It's right.
Because it's not the 16.
Great. Because it's with the 16, I gotta get rid of it. Okay, so I'm gonna subtract 18 from both sides. So what do I have left? Katie,
What?
what's left?
Negative 30.
Say that again?
Negative 30.
What?
Oh, 14 minus 30.
Equals?
16.
Great. Next. Go ahead, Alex.
Okay, you add 30 on both sides. Or maybe you can,
Since I have t's on both sides, it's time to work with t's. So which one am I gonna do? What is my senior variable?
60.
So what am I gonna do anything to the 16? So what am I gonna deal with? And what am I gonna do to that 14?
Subtract 60.
So what do I do to both sides?
Subtract.
Subtract 14 on both sides. And what am I left with?
Negative 30
Negative 30 equals 2t. So if I have negative 30 equals 2t, what do I do next, Augie?
divide it by, or divide by, 2t. Yes,
Divide by what on both sides?
2t on both sides.
Not the t.
Or
Divide by, just divide by 2 on both sides. So what do I get?
Negative 15 is equal to t.
Great. Now, what we haven't been doing is going back and checking just to make sure. So let's take our negative 15 and plug it in. What's 4 times negative 15?
Negative 60.
Negative 60 minus 12?
Negative 36.
Negative 72. Remember that number. What is negative 15 plus 3?
Negative 12.
What's negative 12 times 6?
Negative 72.
Is negative 72 equal to negative 72? Absolutely, so my answer is correct. Alex?
Okay, so I'm confused. How do you, like, I would thought in my head, oh, you divide negative 30, from 2. How do you, like, I don't know.
Because my goal in all of this is to get the t by itself.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I'm doing whatever I can to get the t by itself. Isolate the variable is what it's called. Yep, Tommy?
What if on the other side you did 6 times negative 15 minus 8, would that still work?
Say that again.
Instead of doing negative 15 plus 3, could you do 6 times negative 15 and then subtract 18?
Yep, what's 6 times negative 15?
Negative 90,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then subtract 18?
17.
Yep, negative 72. Yep, you do it. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, Katie?
Like we chose to subtract 18, but why? Like why can't we subtract 12 or add 12?
You could add 12 if you wanted to, but that's going to give you a negative variable in the end. And what I'm trying to avoid is positive, I'm avoiding negative variables. That's why I said I want you to look for the senior variable and don't mess with it. Okay, until the very what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Daniel,
Distribute properly.
go ahead.
4W plus 12.
You going?
Equals W minus 15.
Great. Matthew, what am I going to do?
Let's see, add 15 on both sides.
Add 15 on both sides. I'm going to say that's probably not the best thing to do. It is possible, but again, what is my senior variable? My senior variable is 4W. I want you to always look for that largest variable first, because if you do, it's going to save you a lot of time and energy with negative numbers in the long run. Okay? So if we can always look for that biggest variable first, and then deal with all the other stuff. Okay, so Matthew, what can I do first?
Subtract 12.
We're going to subtract 12 from both sides. Okay, so what do I have left? Matthew?
Four W equals, W minus 27.
Great. What's next? Branson?
You subtract 4W, or no, you subtract W on both sides.
Subtract W on both sides.